Hi, and now the first part in solving this 4x4, we will learn how to do the centers. Yeah, in the introduction, I'll tell you about the centers. You should be knowing the color pattern. Yeah, for the first part, you should be knowing the color pattern, and you should remember this: white is on the top, red is on front, blue is on the right, and opposite of white is yellow, opposite of red is orange, opposite of blue is green. So these are the things you need to remember. Next, you will be learning how to solve this centers. So first we have to form a 1 by 1 by 2 blocks. So I'm going to start with white, and 1 by 1 by 2 blocks means this. See, you have a middle layer 1 by 1 by 2 block. So what I'm going to do is form another 1 by 1 by 2 block to keep it over here. So where can I see another 1 by 1 by 2 block? I saw one piece. And I saw this piece, one piece over here and one piece over here. And how can I match these two? I can do this tricky move. I can use this move to match these, and then I can just bring this piece up. And next will be keeping the red color center over here. It should not be blue, it should be red. So here's the red, and I don't see any 2 by 2 blocks. So what I do is I select a 2 by 2 block, one block, just one single block, and then I look for another piece. So in this case I can see a piece over here. So I can just see, I cannot just match it up like that. So I should bring it to a position where it can be matched. And you see, if I want to bring it over here, say this piece, if I want to bring it over here, I just twist it like that, and the piece just goes over there. So what we need to do is that we have to bring this piece over here, so that when we match it, we get a 1 by 1 by 2 block. And then next you have to see there's one piece over here and one piece over here. Now just see this. I can twist this, but you see, once I do this move, I mix up this. So how can I pair these two without disturbing this white? So first, whenever you want to do this move, you match the pair. Like you see, you are only keeping it over here. So what are the free spaces? While you are keeping it over here, these are the free space. So what we can do is utilize this free space. Like as I match this up, see it's mixed. I bring the empty space to the spot, to the layer. Like this is the layer which we disturbed. This is the layer which is having the white center, which is disturbed. So bring the empty layer, bring the empty spot over there. See, I brought the empty spot to this layer, to this disturbed layer, and now as I bring it back, I utilize that layer, and I made this to 1 by 1 by 2 block. So this next you can pair it up like that. Yeah, and sometimes you may get a case like this where just a second. Yeah, and I get a case like this where two pieces are no diagonal. You know what's the meaning of diagonal. So when they're diagonal like this, see, I have a diagonal, so you have to look for an empty center. So this is an empty center that it's not yet oriented. So what we have to do here is look at the piece which is on the top. Now this piece is on the top, so what I do is bring this piece on the top, then I rotate it down so that whenever I bring this back again, I can just match it up because it's in this layer. So it's this pair should be over here. So if I bring it over here, I can just bring it that. So I'll bring it over there, and I just do this move. And then I can just normally pair the other. Oh, sometimes in forward for the lockup occurs. That's the worst thing ever. And next here should be blue, and so we got this blue over here. And now you see this blue is on the border, so I have to bring this 1 by 1 by 2 block over here, so that it will make it. So again, if I do this, this gets mixed up. See, like this white again gets mixed up, so I have to utilize this pair because this is the disturbed layer now. See, now I rotate it over here. I have to do an F2 because the disturbed layer is on this side, so I'll just bring that piece back. Lockups always suck in 4x4, so don't think that I'm a really crazy man. So next I see a piece and I match it up. Now here's the pair, so I match it up, but as I match it up again, I mix up this red. So I have to utilize this pair which is over here. I'm doing it, twisting it and bring this back, and then yeah. And now this is going to be a case where you see you already paired these, right? So I can just like pair this. So if I do this, then I see that I mixed that up, so I have to look for an empty pair, like I have to utilize a pair. So once I do this, but once I do this, I don't see any pair, because whenever you turn it to that pair, you should see an empty pair, but you don't see an empty pair. So what will you do? What can you do? So this is there's no algorithms are required. This is a trick. Now what you need to do is kick off pieces. Kicking off pieces. Kicking off pieces is a basic concept, which is this. Make sure you see that this 1 by 1 by 2, this 1 by 1 by 2 brick is in the same layer in its pair. Like this pair is in this layer, and then this blue is in this layer. So what we have to do over here is bring this blue over here, so that it is in the same layer of its pair. So over here, it is over here, and now yes, you see a blue and this blue. So what you do is kick off this blue, like kicking off people. Just kick that blue off. Bring this piece over here, kick the blue off. Now you see a pair over here. Now you can just rotate the pair. This is a disturbed thing, so I can just bring that back. And this is a general concept, and make sure that your centers are correct. And next, white is opposite to yellow, red is opposite to blue, orange, and blue is opposite to green. Yeah, but now I'll use just see this. I already made an orange pair, but it's in the wrong position. See, blue's over here, green should be over here, and orange is over here. So what do I do? What do I do? Yeah, very simple. You just leave that pair alone. You just concentrate what pair should be over here. So in this case, green should be over here. So green, I'll bring this green up, and then I form a pair normally, and then I already got a pair. I'm a lucky boy, and I do that to complete this. And you people may get a case like this. Can you excuse me once? Yuraj, please close the door. I don't listen to any song. Please close the door. Sorry for the disturbance. Next, you may get a case like this, where you get an L and its piece over here. So once you get an L, you have to look for the L center. L center means from where the L starts. The L starts from this dot. See, it starts like that. So what we have to do is bring it to this position, even bring this piece to that position. Like this, if this center is down, then this piece should also be down. See, it's same. And then just rotate it so that you match it, and then you see this space over here, so I have to rotate it over here. That will bring this back. So once it's done, you'll be done with 4 centers, and next you have to continue with 2 centers, with the last 2 centers. And the last 2 centers, in the 4x4 it's very simple, but in the 5x5, 6x6 and 7x7, solving these last 2 centers are really a big game to play. They're very tough. But over here, what you need to do is this: you should actually do this together, but in a 4x4 you just concentrate on one center. When you concentrate on one center, the other center will be get solved. So what I'm going to do is say this. See, I've already got an easy case over here. You know what we should do in this case. So you know that I have to do this layer. I have to move this piece up, then with this pass, then rotate it, match it up. And once I do that, I also mix up these. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, and just concentrate on the pieces. Do see, sometimes you may get cases like this stuck up. So, but sometimes you may need time for solving those pieces, because I may get a piece like this, and then I'm trying to solve this. Then people may say that, oh, I can't solve that. I can't solve that. So you need time for this to solve. You need time for this to solve, and you have to use your brain for this. Just you should not give up in this case, because this case is even difficult for me. So I see this over here. I get this case. Oops. Yeah, sometimes sometimes I blabber. So just don't mind it. And now I can just solve this case simply by rotating this, then bringing this back. And that's all in this video, but let me try solving the edges over here, because doing the edges is a bit difficult to do. Not difficult, but yeah. The next part will be continuing the edges. Like I'll go some basics in this video for the edges. I'll just show you how to do that edge, and then I'll continue the edge in the other part, and then the 3x3 solve and the parity errors and all. So now let's start with the edges. And now you are seeing that we got this thing on the center strand, like a 3x3. Orange, white. Oopsie, it's not like this. Yeah, green. Yeah, right. Turn this. I turn that red, blue. Oh, I've done a mistake over here. White is not the opposite of orange. White is the opposite of yellow. So, and yellow is not the opposite of red. Yellow is the opposite of white. So how can I match this? So I understand that I switched these two. So how to switch them back? Yeah. So what you have to do is do this. Move this layer, rotate them, bring them back. Next, move this layer, rotate them, and bring them back. And you might see that they are all correct. And now we can start with the edges. And now, yeah, I'm adding, lots of steps, so don't get confused. So for the edges, you have to always look for an edge over here. So when I see a blue, yellow, then I have to find its other spot. So I can just rotate it and bring them back, bring them in. And if it's like this, where both are not correct, they are flipped like this, the colors should be different. because if I want to match this piece, how can I match this piece? They should be like this.